And we're back.
Hello everybody, happy Friday. Chris and Cassie back with Salutations, episode 9. We've entitled this one Instant Gratification and much, much more.
I wonder what we're going to talk about today. Cassie?
I don't know.
I have a joke.
Oh, great.
I'd like to start this off on a lighter note, because we're going to jump.
Okay, we're good.
I'd like to start this off on a lighter note, because we're going to jump into some heavy stuff. But we're going to have an understanding. This isn't about who's right and who's wrong. We're going to understand it, and we're going to see if we can fix it. So Big Gay Ice Cream in New York City now serves Cheeto ice cream. They take the Cheetos, they put them in a little grinder.
It's disgusting.
They roll the ice cream in Cheetos.
My perception of this is that's real gross.
I think it's amazing.
Was that a joke?
That's not a joke. It's a real life story.
So what's your joke with that?
I don't know.
You told me you were going to open with a joke.
So, welcome everyone. Instant gratification we'll get into, and I'm going to tie it into what we're going to talk about first. And I'm going to document this. We document a lot of things that are happening right now. Another school shooting happened today in the great state of Texas, of which we live. And I was doing some further studies on the actual kid who did it, and he was very obviously open about his white supremacy. And he actually, in his affidavit, he was arrested, said he admitted to the shooting, and he also admitted that he spared the people that he liked.
It doesn't justify it in any way.
No.
Just because you like somebody.
Yeah, no. He spared the people that he liked. Instantly where I go with that is this is a hate crime. Being a white supremacist or of that nature, I was thinking to myself, what does a 17-year-old know or understand about life? Why? We've talked about this before in the Murderer's Mindset. That is an episode of Sunday Chronicles. You can see it on our YouTube channel. But the Murderer's Mindset. What at 17 years old drove this child to take some guns, go to his school, spare the people that he likes, and murder 10 people? Indoctrination into belief systems. I was going to say this to the end, but I'm going to start with it, actually, because I led
it's really relevant, too.
Yeah, I led myself into this. Do you know why these school shootings are going to continue to happen? They're going to continue to happen because of this. The collective consciousness of the world is putting all of their intention into these school shootings not happening. They're manifesting their fears. That's why there's a school shooting once a week.
We're surrounded by it. I mean, I know it's a horrific thing that happened, but I mean, you better believe that's been on the news for all day.
Well, it's continuing to manifest. Now, how do we stop it? You understand it. You understand why they are occurring.
Why are they occurring?
Yeah. It's not the guns. It's not any of that. Let's go down to the funnel, to the root of the problem. And no one is talking about it except us. I've looked. Everyone, no guns, this, Democrat, liberal, Republican, conservative, it's a fucking fight. Nobody gives a shit about the root problem. The root problem the root problem, the way to prevent mass killings of any kind is to educate people about the belief systems that they belong to. If your belief system allows you to hate another group because they are different than you, that tends to breed radicalism. And You're going to have these radicals in these specific groups. Unfortunately, the leaders of the United States of America support that. It's very obvious. I just wish they would come out in the open and say, we are fucking racists.
They don't need to.
We support... No, they do. They need to just... Why are they so afraid of just admitting it? It would...
Yeah, it's weird... It's an interesting
it's the
thing
strangest
to think
thing.
It's weird.
But
they're so proud of it.
Yeah,
why?
if you're so proud of it,
yeah,
don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Embody your racism. Be a racist.
Wouldn't you say that but they are blatantly by the things they say.
They're not admitting it. It's a closet racism. We've talked about that before. But these mass shootings are going to continue to occur because the collective consciousness of the world are manifesting their fears and it not wanting it to occur. That is a natural thing to do. Well, I said today, I wrote something. For every problem, there is a solution. First, remove your head from your ass and find a mirror. You're either causing that problem to occur or you're allowing it. You are the problem ultimately. If everybody can kind of grasp onto that and look into the mirror and realize that the reason these things are happening is because these belief systems breed radicals. Those radicals go to the top. They commit these heinous acts because they spare the people they like and they murder everyone else. And that is the deal. They're going to continue to occur until everyone starts to have that uncomfortable conversation about belief systems that tell you to hate another group. But I was going to end with that, but I'd like, now that we began with that, that kind of goes into the actual topic that I wanted to do a roundtable discussion. I hope there are a lot of comments. The text is too small. I'm going to go through my notes.
He refuses to get glasses. Well, I don't even know if you really need them.
Where are your new glasses?
Well, I just am not feeling them.
Why?
The glare. I don't know. I got some new glasses.
Cassie she's got
I'm transforming.
A bunch of brand new glasses.
But I'm feeling pretty good with that.
Instant gratification.
I can already... We haven't really talked about what we're going to talk about. And I can kind of already see where you can connect instant gratification with what you just talked about.
Yeah.
It's very... I never thought of it
Prior to that, I want to talk about perception. I had this thing today, and you had a thing about perception today, too. Mm-hmm. So we'll kind of tie them together. There are 8 billion perceptions of me. And you.
And you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And somehow, and we said this a couple episodes ago, these belief systems hinder growth.
Personal growth?
Yeah, personal growth.
Well, anything really. Personal growth.
Yeah.
Worldly growth.
The instant gratification also makes you comfortable. Hinders your growth. It appeases you. The whole gist of the world is to make enough money to appease your every need. Great. There's no learning involved in that, and what you end up with is a bunch of fuckery on the way to the top of that pyramid. And
when it's the selfish, you're talking about like the selfish, money-driven.
Sure.
Not for the greater good, not for best of self.
Me. Yeah. Instant gratification. I think one of the coolest things to observe about instant gratification is that there is nothing universal about instant gratification. Universal law does not apply to instant gratification. That's not how the universe...
The universe takes its time.
Operates at a pace that it wants to.
Where it seems the greatest learning can be achieved at that pace.
You know what? The greatest thing about following your purpose and soul family, and everyone has to win. Everyone involved must win. And I know that it makes sense to a lot of people right now because they only give a shit about themselves. One of the biggest questions I had today to myself was, I wonder how many people really care
about what has happened. Yeah.
And how many people only care about exploiting these murders to gain attention for themselves.
I've seen that personally through family deaths or things like that, or illnesses of others. On a personal level, I've seen that.
A very personal level.
And so it's very interesting that you say that. So
how many people out there really
it all
give
started,
a fuck?
When you said that, it reminded me of kind of where our whole Sunday Chronicles started back, and it was actually right when we first met. It was that whole Pray for Paris.
That's where it began.
That's where it began, and this whole, like, just throwing out these prayers and changing your profile pic.
To the flag.
And it
does nothing.
It kind of made us step back and look at, like, something doesn't feel right here. This is, I don't know.
You know, I've been around this my entire life. You know, I've talked about my indoctrination. I live in the South,
but I still hate you. But pray for everyone.
Yeah, hate, pray.
It doesn't
it
go.
never jive.
It doesn't
but
go.
The talking about instant gratification and applying universal law, they don't jive. There's disharmony in instant gratification. It's forcing. It speeds up or accelerates the natural process. You don't allow the reciprocal work dance with the universe. You don't allow that because you're doing it all on your own.
It's greedy, right?
It's greed and selfishness that drives that. Instant gratification also goes with addiction. Every sort of addiction you can imagine. We've covered addiction in Sunday Chronicles. We've understood it.
To us, it's, and please add on to this, addiction is caused by seeking externally and allowing that external stimuli to destroy you.
Yeah.
It's
seeking it for peace and joy, or for happiness and joy, but then also allowing it to destroy you. Seeking outwardly, instant gratification.
To feel better, because you got to feel everything in order to grow and learn from something, as much as it hurts.
Instead of going inward and realizing, finding the source of your unhappiness.
Because no one can make us feel.
One of the coolest things you can imagine, if you're unhappy, people seek happiness. Well, instead of seeking happiness, find the source of your unhappiness, face it, and make it go away, and you end up with happiness. There's no seeking outwardly.
It's a beautiful thing if you really look at it. It's like, oh, universe.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
Yeah, say it again.
If you are unhappy and you're seeking outwardly, instant gratification, it never works. It's over and over and over.
You're running from the pain. Is what you're doing.
In turn it in. Find the source of your unhappiness, and face it. Make it go away, and you end up with your default happiness. True story. If you can do that, and then
a bunch of other beautiful things.
And then at that point, you're already happy.
Yeah.
Guess what happens when cool shit starts? Guess what happens when you have a drink? You don't abuse it. You get a little buzz, you get drunk, you get high, whatever. You interact appropriately. You're not seeking so hard that you get fucking hammered and go that route. There's a difference between addiction. You don't go do that. You don't go do that. You don't pop pills constantly and then mix it with alcohol. You don't do any of that.
You want to feel, because I think the biggest thing was, I actually was thinking about this week. Anytime, the thing we've talked about plenty of times, running away running away from the pain, running away from that feeling, it's never going to go away.
It's going to haunt you.
It'll haunt you forever, no matter what it is. That's why these shootings, these things that are happening, will continue to haunt and continue to happen because everyone's running from the source of the problem, which the source of the problem is us.
No one's coming to save us. We have to do this shit on our own. You know, you
And
hear a
it
lot
hurts,
of...
And it's hard, but it is a magical process, and that's what Earth, I feel that Earth is for. It's that learning, it's that suffering, that is what Earth is, and, you know, being aware of that has made it a little easier.
Yeah.
But we can. What was the quote you said, that we are what's wrong with each other?
Yeah, we're the only thing that's wrong with us.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a title of one of my books one day, but we are the only thing that's wrong with us. And
take ownership, like you said. It's like, take ownership of... I don't know where I was going to go with it, but yeah, take ownership of what's happening in the world.
Instant gratification.
Change the world, change yourself.
Yeah, it goes with everything. It's the conservative mindset behind this is you need to work. You need to have your money, and you know, that sort of mentality. You know, you get this a lot. You hear this a lot. The Big Lebowski even says it. Get a job, you fucking hippie. You know what I mean? Well, let me tell you a little insight that I have, because I've had that thrown at me. I've been trying and failing and trying for about 10 years now to take the Sun brand and out of nothing and make it into something. And that's not considered work.
Well, I think real work in life, or I feel that real work in life, is self-work. It is. Yeah. It is working on yourself and growing and evolving. Yeah. And becoming the best
you can be.
Really, as cliche as that sounds, I really feel that's what it is. That's work. This 9 to 5 bullshit, it's to provide the means to do that self-work. Yeah. It's not my end-all be-all to work at the company I'm working at currently. It is means to help grow the Sun brand. It's means for me to personally grow, work on myself, express myself. Yeah. You know, and...
be you.
It's having that perspective, 8 billion different perspectives. Not everyone's going to feel that way. Yeah. That happens
it's really
to be
funny. Yeah.
We have a mutual lens in the world when it comes to that, I think. But it's just an interesting way to put it. I think a lot of people, what? Self-work? What is that? Self-work is working on yourself. Yeah. To evolve and love. And
this chaos. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the worldly chaos?
Let me tell you my secret. I don't mind what happens. Okay. In the words of Krishnamurti, that gets me through a lot, because
that really takes a lot of self-work
and a lot of
to be able to mean that.
I feel that you.
So you respect it.
In a
Although
way.
It's unfortunate, you don't like it.
No, I have learned to process what's happening faster. It hurts me when something... It hurts my soul. Yeah. Like something today, I'm like, how many more times do these poor kids have to go through something? Yeah. But I process that, and I don't hold on to it and latch on, because let go or be dragged. I do not want... I process it now faster.
You understand
due to self-work. I understand what's going on. It's based on these belief systems and latching into belief systems and not knowing who you are, because when you know who you are... we're love, and it's everything. You see our connection, etc., etc.
So you understand it, and it's gone away, and what you're trying to do is help others understand the same thing, so it can go away in the world.
That'd be awesome.
That is a great job. You know, that is a really great job. You're doing it for free. They're not paying us yet. They will. Mark my words.
But the chaos, though, overall, no, of course I'm not enjoying it, but I've separated myself. I think we say this a lot, of the world, but not in it.
Yeah.
There's a way you can separate yourself from this matrix or whatever you want to call it, but you're still part of it, but you're separate from it. Yeah. Doesn't mean that we're not here to help others and lead by example in our own way and hopefully inspire others to start thinking differently or start looking within.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
I want to cover one thing. I covered this before, but it's very important that I cover this. Those that are watching this, you're going to probably see some people say some things about false flag. You saw this about the last shooting.
Oh, has anyone said anything like that?
Yeah,
I'm sure it's inevitable.
And go tell that to the parents of those children that died today. You know, I don't know what brings about that in someone's life, but just shut up.
Well, it goes with anyone saying that it's pointing attention outwardly.
Disrespectful.
It goes back, think how miserable that individual is who is.
Has
enough hate. It's just confusion. I don't think it's necessarily
hate. It is
Everyone
confusing.
has their own perspective.
I know, but you know what? Shut up. Just shut up. I just had to say that. It's annoying, and there's no sense for anything like that. I think that's kind of it, you know, the instant gratification.
Everything's instant gratification. I know, I'm guilty of it. Can I just say this?
Sure.
Amazon. Feels like Amazon runs the world. But no, I know, I have a feeling you're going to turn this around and be like, it's okay. But they give you, if you notice, there's same day shipping if you have Prime. Or there's next day shipping, you can wait for it, still free. Or I've seen how you can wait normal shipping 7 days and you can get a $5 credit to their outdoor clothing store. Okay? On every single order. And I'm like, that could add up. That's so awesome. But I cannot bring myself to not click same day shipping just because that option's there. That instant gratification. That's horrible.
I don't know if that's instant gratification.
I want it now.
Yeah, but is it?
Or, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to think about because when you said instant gratification, I was like, am I guilty of that?
No. I
like to use my Prime membership.
Well, I like as we order packages and they don't. I never know when they're. I don't ever ask when they're going to be here, but shit just shows up. And me and Laz call them presents. It's fun, you know.
Well, I was just thinking in a world like today, everything's instant gratification. One click on your phone, put your thumbprint in. You need it now. If we have to wait 2 minutes for something to load, we start freaking out.
Yeah.
And
I remember we didn't have computers.
When it used to take 10 minutes for the internet to warm up or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of a different rabbit trail, but
yeah.
I know that's not where you're going. I just felt like saying that.
What about this Laurel and Hardy thing?
No. It's Laurel and Yanny. So he was talking.
Laurel and Hardy was my generation. I'm just joking.
Is that 1900s?
Yes, 1903.
Cool. No, there's that Laurel. I just saw it today because I don't know. I'm not hip with the times or however you want to say it. But someone showed me, and so I showed Chris, and it's that recording, Laurel and Yanny. And there's some scientific explanation behind it. I just think it has to do with perception. Some people are going to hear Laurel. Some people are going to hear Yanny. Just like some people see that damn blue dress. Other people see a gold dress.
Yeah.
All those those experiments they put out there. It just goes to show you, whether it be auditory, visual, emotional, whatever, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different perception.
We're all in the same goddamn boat.
But I'll see everything
Everybody sees it differently.
Even the color of your hat. I probably see that completely different color than you do. I mean, who knows?
My purple hat?
Yeah, shut up. It's a good one.
Are you referring to my purple hat?
There's the jokes.
Yes.
That's a joke.
I am funny. But anyways, I don't like doing this. I mean, I enjoy it.
What, talking on the camera?
I enjoy being on the camera. I think that's part of... I was
going to try to make a joke out of that.
Part of my...
Purpose.
But I don't like talking about school shootings. Mm-hmm. And I've understood them.
Does.
And it would be really cool if 1,000 people shared this video, if they resonated with it, because if the sooner we understand the reason behind all these school shootings, they'll stop.
Patience is a virtue, I heard growing up, someone just said. And I just kind of, before we close, want to talk a little bit more about
just a little patience.
I think we said this.
Yeah.
I think we said this in the last video. I really feel that like patience is always this overwhelming lesson that the universe is always there. It's always patience, because the universe goes at its own pace, which can be very slow.
Accelerating the pace, instant gratification.
We have a lot of time here, and you remind me of that a lot. Not so much lately because I've gotten better with it. But you're always like, we got time.
Yeah.
We got time, and you do. But at the same time, it's like you only live once. You hear that all the time.
Sure.
I think it depends kind of for me, what I have found to be true about life, the afterlife, whatever, that type of thing. I think, depending on your perspective with that, I think you look at things maybe a little bit differently. You only live forever. It's something we say.
That is our.
You only live forever.
That is trademarked.
Yes.
Hashtag Ricky Bobby.
We haven't put it on shirts yet.
We're gonna have shirts, y'all.
Anyways, I'm just going off on Charles.
The two most difficult things to understand about this existence: so vulnerability, patience. Those are your two final lessons.
Well, you got to shave off that ego for the vulnerability. I feel like that's
vulnerability is allowing yourself. Not giving a fuck. That's a big popular thing these days. I saw Madonna did an Instagram thing about fucks. You gotta earn a fuck, because I ain't giving them out. And well,
yeah, it's everywhere. It's like we posted something on the Sun about that too.
Yeah,
but it's true. It's like that. You have nothing but love, but you can't attach yourself. Not giving a fuck is not attaching. Is kind of how I see that.
Yeah,
for me personally.
In the world, of the world, but not in it.
Yeah.
And but you have to discuss it, because our purpose is helping the others understand why this is happening. And I think that if we can all understand. The instinct is so funny. I posted the Instagram thing, or the instant gratification thing earlier this week, because I wanted a group discussion about it. And then I didn't know today was going to occur, but they all blend together. And, one day we won't have to talk about this. I think the more and more that we continue to have these uncomfortable talks, understand them, stop blaming everybody.
Well, going within is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's just a known thing, I feel.
Yeah.
That's why not everyone's doing it.
Everyone instant gratification seeks outwardly instead of coming in and finding
a pill. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I'm depressed, or I don't feel, I'm going to pop a pill because I don't want to deal with the process and the pain and the awfulness.
Find the source of your unhappiness.
Going through that and digging and seeing, why am I truly unhappy?
Yeah.
What's really going on?
Yeah.
No one can make us feel our feelings. There are feelings. Having that realization for me personally really was like, whoa. Because when I would get upset with Chris or whatever it was.
Me?
Yeah, believe it or not, I would get upset at you for things, and I'm like, what? These are my feelings. I'm causing this.
Yeah. I still can't read the things.
Joey Dawkins has been commenting.
Has he?
He has.
Let me see your glasses.
You don't have the same prescription.
I know, but I'm gonna get me some of these frames. Yeah, man.
They look great on you. You should.
I can't see really, but
take them off.
Hi.
Those look good on you.
Yeah.
Good talk. As much as it sucks to have to talk about it, it's important.
Yep.
So, and I saw some comments, and then comments on here. We'll go back and read them. And thank you as always for watching. We'll be back.
Thank you. Yeah, soon. And hopefully one of these days we don't have to do this shit. But I think everything's gonna be all right. Got a lot of cool stuff, sun gardens. We'll talk about it later. Bye. Where's the...
You can't see.